Wednesday, George Floyd's son traveled to the spot where his father took his last breaths. After kneeling for a word of prayer, he didn't say much, but emotion was extremely high.
Flanked by the family's attorney, Quincy Mason, George Floyd's son, knelt in prayer at the site of what has now become his father's memorial. Afterwards, saying a few words.
Very reunited with my family, trying to get justice for my father. And no man or woman should be without their fathers.
This came only hours after the mother of Floyd's 6-year-old daughter, Gianna, spoke heart-wrenching words with their little girl by her side.
Gianna does not have a father. He will never see her grow up, graduate. He will never walk her down the aisle. I'm here for my baby. And I'm here for George because I want justice for him.
Wednesday, Secretary of Defense Mark Esper condemned the violence against Floyd and other situations like it. Reporters pressing him about why it took so long.
I had made the determination as events escalated in the last 72 hours that the moment had reached a point where it warranted a clear message expressing our outrage at what happened, expressing our commitment to the Constitution, expressing our commitment as an institution to end racism and hatred in all its forms.
Esper claimed he did not know Monday's controversial photo he took with the president in front of St. John's Church was going to happen before it did. Meanwhile, protests march on more than a week after Floyd's death. There was a face-off on the Manhattan Bridge, police enforcing the new 8 o'clock curfew, closing both ends of the bridge with a massive crowd trapped in between. They were eventually allowed to exit peacefully. While there were tense moments, many protests remained nonviolent, like this one in Kentucky, home to Breonna Taylor, shot to death in her own home by officers serving a no-knock warrant.
We've been chanting. I've been making sure everyone doesn't approach the police because we don't want to incite a riot. We don't want to do that. We want them to hear us. That's all we want.
The Trump administration has been widely criticized for using rubber bullets and tear gas to clear a pathway so the president could get to St. John's Church for that photo op. Well, the president said on Wednesday that no tear gas was used. And the Secretary of Defense underscored that by saying that while the National Guard was there to assist law enforcement, no Guard members used any of those tactics. Eric Phillips, CBN News.